Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So I had to take about a day's break, but I'm back today, and been following TSLY pretty much every day. Had to kind of close my eyes a couple days because it got a little scary, but it looks like we're on a rebound past couple of days. So we're going to discuss that, and we're going to discuss the SVOL dividend, which came today. So that's monthly. So far, that hasn't been fluctuating. It's been staying at about 32 cents a month, which is pretty good, pretty solid. It's about 18% per year. So we'll look at that and go over TSLY again. And let's go right into Yahoo Finance here. And we'll see how we do on live viewership after missing a day. So far, we've got one, but I didn't really announce this. So, and down to zero now, just like that in the blink of an eye. I didn't really announce this. So it's going to be hard to top what we had. Was it Wednesday? We had a writer from Seeking Alpha on the channel, so that's going to be hard to top. But anyway, oh well, I guess the one of you that was on, I guess I scared you off. Oh well, more of you should show up. Usually we do pretty good on Fridays. So anyway, let's go to Yahoo Finance, and we'll look at TSLY first. Now, we had a pretty good last couple of days in the market here. S&P 500s back up to 4,169. It was up 34 points today. The Dow is up 272, back over 34,000. The NASDAQ is up to 12,226, up 84 points. And even the Russell was up to 1768.99, up 1776. How about that? And then, so TSLY, we're back to like 13.50. So we're like $1.25 lower than what I paid for it. No, we're not. Well, in the after hours, we're at 13.50. So we went up 1.67% today to 13.37, which was a 22-cent increase. And then we're up to 13.50 in the after hours, which is strange because the market indices don't have after hours showing or futures showing, but this has after hours showing. So anyway, year to date, we're still up 13.79%. Net asset value now actually has the fund overvalued. And we will eagerly await what this dividend does within the next month or so. So let's see here. Dividends only. Oh, come on, it's going to go to options again. Historical data. Let me check the viewership here. 2 of you. Oh, we got someone new. Clement Yap. Well, feel free to yap away. We need a lot of comments on here. It helps the algorithm out. Thanks for joining. Cool name. So, okay, Yahoo Finance has, yeah, we're trying to go to dividends and dividends only. Here we go. And let's see what we got. So, so we should be maybe within the next next week or so, because we're already going to be into May, which is kind of hard to believe. This year is rolling right on by. Maybe by Monday, May 8th, we could have our next dividend in TSLY. It's going to be very interesting to see. Now, I'm not sure when the ex-dividend date is. It may show here. If not, some of you can comment that happen to have this memorized, because I know a lot of you follow this closer than I do. Expense ratio is 0.99%. So let's look at Tesla stock again. I'm starting to, now that I'm in this, I'm starting to look every day. And there's a comment I want to address from a core fan who has probably been a subscriber for over a year but hasn't joined the live stream as of yet. And I may pull the comment up on here to address. So Tesla stock was up $4.12 today, or 2.57%. We're down 6 cents in the after hours. 1-year target estimate still projected $182. PE ratio 50. Beta is 2. Earnings per share is really abysmal for a company like Tesla. So, and let's see, when do the next earnings come out? July 18th. So, even though we just barely met earnings, hopefully we'll have an earnings beat in July. Now, I don't know if this is one I really want to play the earnings game on with options, but I'll make a decision when we get closer. Let me look at, on a side note, Danaher, because I have those options in Danaher. Might have been a dumb decision, but let's see how we went back up $5.50 today. I don't really know why we got crushed in Danaher. But yeah, I got 10 contracts thinking the same thing was going to happen that I've talked about before. So for some reason, right here, see, I bought in right before our biggest drop of the year. So we went off the cliff here. We went from 252, or sorry, 254, all the way down to 232. And I'm thinking, let me see, that was because of maybe earnings. Where is it? Because I've never had this one not work for me, but I guess, eventually you're going to buck the trend at some point. Where's the earnings chart that I'm looking for here? Oh, here we go. It beat for quarter one, but revenues declined 7%. So I think, honestly, Wall Street overreacted. If anything, I may buy some more contracts. I may just really swing for the fences and buy some more. Let me actually read here what, hold on, I saw something here. I saw they had the stock at the peak 326. If it got to that, we'd be doing great in those options. Let me see something here. Where was this? Oh, they have it buy, outperform, buy, even after earnings. Danaher designs, manufactures, and markets professional, medical, industrial, and commercial products and services worldwide. The biotech segments offers bioprocesses, technologies, consumables, and services, lab filtration, separation, and purification, lab-scale protein purification, analytical tools. So that may have been more of a pandemic play, but like I said, I follow it, and it pretty much does the same thing, and it's been a pretty lucrative company. So even though I didn't quite memorize what they actually do. So, okay, went over Tesla, TSLY, took a side venture on Danaher there. And let's check the comments here, see how we're doing. Only one. Oh, wait, two. There you are again, Clement Yap. Let's see, what are you yapping about now? I took a position in TSLY today and wanted to know if Tesla stock goes up, will the dividend or interest for TSLY go down? That's been actively debated on here. I should link to that, oh, shoot, I'm drawing a blank, Seeking Alpha article. Because the guy that was on, he's like an engineer, and he wrote a really good article, and it pretty much settles that debate. It's pretty much a volatility play. So based on how volatile it's been, the dividend may be bigger, but we'll have to see. I don't know the ex-dividend date on that one, so we'll find out. We should be getting it, I would say, within the next 10 days or so, which is kind of exciting, something more to look forward to. So anyway, we've got 3 of you on so far, only one of you yapping away in the comments. So if we could get, hopefully, I think more people will join. Usually I have more participation than this, but I'm starting to cover some of the same topics. So I don't know if some of you are getting a little bored with this, but we can never get bored with dividend ETFs. There's just no way. That's impossible. So, okay, with that being said, now let's look at our more stable one, SVOL. SVOL. Down to 21.71, up to 21.88 in the after hours. And didn't really drop because of the dividend might have been paid out yesterday. I didn't follow yesterday. I took a vacation day and I was out of town, so I didn't follow yesterday. But we did. That's probably the ex-dividend date right there. See, we dropped from 22.10 to 21.57. So some of this drop was the 32 cents was probably the dividend payout. Now, one of you, who was it? The retired cop that joins the live streams a lot. What's your name? Rob Smith. You came up with a genius strategy in the comments about like basically buying on the ex-dividend date, getting the dividend, and like selling out, which I'm surprised I haven't thought of that. That seemed like a really good strategy. I'll pull that up if I can remember. So yeah, 32 cents, April 25th. So we've been holding at 32 cents for a while, except for December. We got a little Christmas bonus, and we got 35 cents, give or take. Other than that, for the past year, we've been a solid 32 cents. So SVOL is simplifying volatility and giving us a 32 cent dividend payout consistently. Okay. So with that being said, so that was SVOL. Let's see if we got any more comments here. Glenn Skirka showed up. All right, May 15th for TSLY. Seems like that's like a week late. Wonder why they're running late on that one. I thought it would be May 8th. All right, let me look at Let's look at Apple, and then we'll look at APLY. Apple, and then we'll see how we do on the live participation. Apple's up to 169. Still hard to believe it's trading higher than Tesla. 169.68 as of today. That was up 127 or 75 basis points or 0.75%. Down to 169.59 in the after hours. And it's been a good stock, like from the start of the year. You can see how far up it is. It's gone from 125 here all the way to 169.68. So we've come back nicely in Apple. Pretty good, pretty solid run up. I almost got that mixed up with Tesla there for a second. And then let's look at APLY, our other one of the three now from the Yield Max fund family. So this one actually went up. Maybe I should have bought this. 2046, up 0.5%, and then up to 2084 in the after hours, which is almost another 2%. And then, yeah, 1997 is where we were, April 26th. We've come back from there. That one may be one to buy. That one could be another stable alternative to the TSLY. All right, what else do we got here? Only 4 of you on. I'm really surprised. I thought we'd have a lot more live participation here. Let me see if I go to Yield Max here. I haven't gone to Yield Max in a while. Yield Max ETFs. Let's see what we got here. This changes every day. No yield yet for APLY because it just debuted. NVDY coming soon. TSLY 75.88% current yield. OARK, the first one that came out with the Cathie Wood Fund, that's still at 42%. And 30-day SEC yield, you can actually put your information in here. Let's just click on TSLY and see what we come up with here. I want to keep this going. I don't have much participation, but I can't keep this going a little bit longer here. Let's see how we're doing here. I'm surprised only 5 of you are on now. Only 3 comments. So let's get the comment section going. Where do I find the ex-dividend date for TSLY? How did you find that, Glenn Skirka? Let us know. Let me see. Okay, if I click, this is the prospectus for TSLY, which I haven't actually read through. Oh, and this shows all the funds. God, 126 pages. This shows all the funds that they're going to be coming out with. So there's Apple, an Amazon fund, Berkshire Hathaway, Coinbase, Meta, Google, Netflix, Nvidia, Square, which is now Block, and TSLY for Tesla. So that's cool. Let me see something here. I wonder if they have prospectuses for all of these, even the ones that aren't out. Oh, there's a fund summary. Ooh, this might be. I might have a lot of content to cover here. Let me see. We have a fund summary for funds that don't exist yet. So let's see. This is Berkshire. I think this is the Berkshire fund. So this is going to be. Here we go. Berkshire B. There's the management fee. 12B1 fees are none because it's not a mutual fund. That's distribution and service fee, but just management fee 0.99. Based on, let's see, the example is intended to help you compare the cost of investing in the fund. So we got 1 year. Although your actual cost may be higher or lower, based on this assumption, your cost would be 1 year, 101, 3 years, $315. Do we have a date though? It tells how it works. So we've got a lot of information on the fund, even though the fund's not out yet. Oops. Let's do this here. It's probably going to give me 100 results. Want to find a date. for these funds here. Probably not going to show up here. It's going to be like finding a needle in a haystack. This is Berkshire Fund. A lot of good information here. Rosso Investments. Let's see, Funds Investment Advisor. Let's see. Tells you how it works, synthetic long exposure. Synthetic covered call strategy. In seeking to achieve its investment objective, the fund will implement a synthetic covered call strategy using the standardized exchange traded and flex options described above. A traditional covered call strategy is an investment strategy where an investor sells a call option or an underlying security it owns. A synthetic covered call strategy is similar to a traditional covered call strategy in that the investor sells a call option that is based on the value of the underlying security. However, in a synthetic covered call strategy, the investor does not own the underlying security, but rather seeks to synthetically replicate 100% of the price movements of the underlying security through the use of various investment instruments. Let me read through that again. In a synthetic covered call strategy, the investor does not own the underlying security, but rather, interesting, so they don't actually own the underlying security. It's good to research the funds you're actually in, isn't it? Synthetically replicate. This fund's synthetic covered call strategy consists of the following three elements, each of which is described in greater detail farther below. Synthetic long exposure to Berkshire B, which allows the fund to seek to participate in the changes up or down in the price of Berkshire B's stock. Covered call writing and U.S. Treasuries. Okay, so they're just doing options on the. It's like a poor man's covered call, more or less. Some of you have told me that in the comments before. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I know it's Friday night, but I usually get good participation on Friday nights. I think I've hit a record on a Friday before. Click on payment schedule. Yeah, but where? On Yahoo or here? And then Clement Yap. What are you yapping about now? I keep making that joke, I know, but it's funny. Your name, necessitates the joke. So you said, I came across these funds and was searching for info. I do hope they will be a lot of research for the future on updates. You came across these funds searching for info. You do hope a lot of research for future. Yeah, I mean, I think the prospectus has a lot of good stuff right in here. I'm trying to find a date for these other ones that are, because I'm excited, like especially NVIDIA. I'm really excited about NVIDIA. I know my audience has a good sense of humor and a thick skin. It's one of the trademarks of this audience. Okay, so let's see. Berkshire B. Dang, I just want to find a release date for the fund here. Okay, we've got a few pages of prospectus here, even though it doesn't exist yet. See, it's mentioned several times. I just did a keyword search here for Berkshire B. Let's see. What do we got? I'll keep going all the way till I get to. It's mentioned 132 times in here. This is all the disclaimer stuff. Let's see if we have an approximate release date. It's giving a lot of just disclaimers. Oh, and then it goes on to Coinbase. All right, I guess what I'll do then. Oh, this is the bottom. Oops. I just want to scroll. Come on. Just want to scroll through. Come on. Where's my arrow or my button? There's an SEC number for each of these. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. Good, I can count. Right? Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10. Not counting the heading. There we go. There's my scroll button. It was too far to the bottom, I guess. Okay, so we've got Meta, Coinbase, Amazon. Oh, this is like the risk statements for all of these here. So I'm just skimming through these just to see if anything might jump out at me, like a release date. But pretty good prospectus here for all of these. There's Zega, the fund's investment advisor is Toroso Investments, and the investment sub-advisor is Sega Financial LLC. Interesting. So these are all relatively new, so I can understand some kind of apprehension and, I don't want to use the term fear, but I can understand some apprehension with these funds because they're relatively new. And TSLY kind of crushed a lot of us that got in right before earnings, including me. So I've kind of been following it every day. But darn, it looks like there's no release date. Anyway, oh well. All right, we have a Denny Keaton sighting here, so we're getting more of you. We were up to 9 just a second ago. I knew the longer I went, the more of you would show up. I didn't announce this too early though. I started at like 10:30, so I'm not surprised the attendance is down a bit. But anyway, okay, yield max. Oh, and I know the draft, the NFL draft is going on, and there's a lot of hockey. There's hockey playoff games on and stuff. The Lightning did win yesterday. That was good. I actually wasn't. I had no expectations for yesterday, but glad they won. That means they get another home game at least. But it may rain all day tomorrow. So let's see here. Okay, TSLY. Okay, here. See, I went to the prospectus before, trying to click on that. This hasn't been updated for some time. March 31st. We're all about a month, away from an update here. But this was updated as of yesterday, so the site's not automatically updated. Net asset value versus market, 40% for the year or for month end. Wow, that's really good for a month. But don't try to annualize that and say, oh, 40% for a month. That means 480% for the year. No, you can't look at it that way. Distribution detail, payable date. So, oh, you might have mentioned the payable date. Who was it? Glenn Skirka. You said it was going to be May 15th. The payable date's like 2 weeks after the declaration date. So I'm thinking the declaration date's going to be probably sometime next week. So we'll at least know what it's going to be next week. Here's the holdings, the options that it's in. It's still in a 205. Oh, it's down to a 167 and a 165. How about that? They rebalanced a bit. So that's kind of cool. What's this buy TSLY? It's not a recommendation. They wouldn't recommend. Oh, that's just saying if you want to buy it. It's available through various channels, including via phone, broker dealers. Just buy it if you're on one of these, just buy it from your broker. All right, let me look at, since I looked at the holdings of TSLY, let me look at the other ones real quick, starting with OARK. Oh, I got to go up here. It's a little confusing. Let's see how we're doing here. No more comments. AW on. I'll go at least 30 minutes today. I'm about to meet those watch hours, by the way. I'm only, at this point, I'm like 150 hours away. So actually, I've been averaging more now per day than what it's going to take to meet that over the next 3 days. So that means, mathematically, barring any unforeseen event, I'll meet those hours. So it looks pretty good. So anyway, but that doesn't mean in any way to dissuade you all from watching. I still need you all to watch as often as possible. So, and I appreciate all the viewership I'm getting. Like I said, the channel's been growing really well. Okay, so OARK as of month. Oh, that was like quarter end. That's why we're seeing March 31st. See, this one's been, it was the first dividend was like 75 cents, then it was $1.09, then 77 cents, then it dropped to 51 cents. So I think this is volatility too. Let's see what options they're in. They're in the ARK, and I can't even believe there's options for this fund, because to me this fund has just been a disaster. This ARK fund, the Kathy Wood ARK Innovation Fund. This one is in a, let me see, that's a May 5th, 23, June 16th call at, what is that, 40? 37.50, and then another 40, or is that 4? Because there's 3 zeros. Oh, no, there it is right there. 40, 37.50, and 40. So those are the options that one's in. Now let's look at APLY, or APLY. This one's going to be here, the third one of the 3. And I just want to see what options they're in. Very interesting strategy for sure. So, okay, this one is in a December 15th expiring $165 call option. I see it there to the left. That's all I had to do, look in the most obvious spot. And then 165.01. So it's got 2 December 15th, and then it's got a May 5th 172.50 call option. So it's short 2 of them and it's long 1, hence the synthetic covered call strategy. I'm kind of starting to get it now. So it's short two options, meaning it sold two options, and it's long one, meaning it bought one. So that's the market value of one, 299,000. One's negative 158. One's negative 30. So that's the spread on that one. So when I say one, they obviously have a lot more than one to be at that amount of money. But anyway, that's the spread on that. So, okay, with that being said, what else can we? Oh, this is going to make me laugh here. Let me see, where are we here? ARK holds Tesla. Oh, yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. So she's dumb on every other investment except Tesla, because I can't say she's dumb on Tesla because I technically hold Tesla too. And I'd like to believe I wouldn't do anything that's dumb. So that means she's only partially dumb on the other stuff. But some of her price targets, like she says Tesla's going to be worth $2,000. I don't know about that. It's one of those things. I hope she's right. Like it's like the heart and the brain think two different things. Like I hope she's right, but I think she's going to be wrong when logic comes in. So that's that. Now what I'm going to try to do, I want to show some of your comments that I've been getting, not on the live stream, but actually in the comment section. So I'm going to change up some screen shares here. I'm going to go away from this fun screen, and let me see here. You'll see this person that hasn't joined a live stream yet, but hopefully they will one day. So I'm going to stop this screen. I'm going to go to, let's see. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel screen and show comments here. So here we go. Channel comments and mentions. All right, this is the person, Sawston Red Sox here, hasn't joined a live stream yet, but is a frequent commenter. He said, Uncle Dividend came through as expected this morning. He asked, how confident are you that TSLY will hold its value and not dramatically decline on dividends? And then in parentheses, it says, TSLY was supposed to be fun and not worrying about needing the next 3 months to break even. And I agree. Like I said, SVOL kind of offsets that a bit. And he asked me, so are you going all in on TSLY with your 20K? Never said I had 20K to put into it, but hey, to each their own. Or are you chopping it up with some SVOL? I would probably, if I did have 20K right now to put in, I'd probably, I'd wait for some of the new funds to come, like the NVIDIA fund. I may do some, in the Apple fund. I may do some SVOL and some more TSLY. In fact, that's what I'll tell him right now. I'll reply to his comment live. I would say, if I had 20K to invest right now, let me say this, 20K additional. Oh, I'm revealing stuff. That means I already have 20,000 invested. That means I'm rich. I shouldn't say that. Just having some fun. So if I had additional 20K to invest right now, I would do some APLY, some more SVOL, and some more TSLY. Then I'd wait probably for NVDA, NVDY fund, or the BRKB fund to debut. There. So response to that one. Comments always help the algorithm. So the more comments you leave, the better. And then another comment I had here, Stephen, Invisible Steps to Financial Freedom, looks like another financial channel trying to get off the ground running here, said, I think the difference between RYLD and so forth is it's covering the index fund or ETF. TSLY is based on one stock. Yeah, I agree. So there's some, diversity there. Not diversity, but diversification. ABR is down with the combination of high interest rates and the fake NABI report. I don't know what the NABI report is. Oh, he spelt it wrong. I remember replying to that yesterday. Even though I was on vacation, I still reply to comments, even on vacation days. So you all should feel honored. No days off when you're a YouTuber. So he was talking about the NABI report. I still don't know what that is. Created a hit piece on ABR 2 to 3 months ago. How dare they? Claiming several fraudulent claims. Somebody should sue them. All these media outlets that make shit up, they should just sue them. They really should. The best anyone can figure, it was an attempt to do the GameStop thing shorted. Oh, this comment's longer. The majority fake investors sold off and ran to the hills. Well, too bad for them. 2 or 3 months ago, this was over $17 a share. The collapse has allowed me to dollar cost down to $10.60 per share. Well, there you go. You see, you're taking advantage of everybody else's freaking out. So that's good for you. That's kind of what you have to do as an investor, right? Take advantage of other people's stupidity. Oh, that's Arbor Realty Trust. I'm overdue for covering that one. I should cover that one. And then this person actually chatted me up really good here. I'm a little confused why everyone is confused by yield max, spelled yield wrong. They literally tell you they pay 1% premium no matter what they make, and the rest is invested back into the company. Second, you can watch a yield max guy give an interview right here on YouTube. Well, ideally, he's going to give an interview on my channel, which I said here at the bottom, because one of my core fans is working on setting that up as we speak. I'm sure he'll have an update on that soon. I haven't gotten the email yet, though. I did my email. In case any of you want to email me, by the way, my business email is in the channel description page. So, oh, we had some more of you show up here. Join Jen joined us late as usual, but at least she did join us. I assume you're a she. I don't know. And let's see here. R. Holds Tesla. Oh, you said, oh, you called her by her full name. Catherine Wood. Catherine Wood holds Tesla and many of her ETFs, I guess. Yeah, well, like I said, so I'm kind of caveating the statement. So Tesla is not a dumb investment, but the other ones are. Because if I invested in something, it can't be dumb. So if 10%'s in Tesla, 10% was smart, the other 90% was dumb. So that's my refined comment. Glenn Skirka says Tesla will be choppy until the fall. When their new models come out, then Tesla will take off. I'll take your word for it. I would say, can we get that in writing? But we already did. So we'll come back to this and we'll check and make sure you're right. I'm sure you will be. Because I'm in too, so I need Tesla to take off too. Jose Guzman showed up and said hello. Glad to see you. Catherine Woods churns accounts also. You make her sound like she's like in trouble in school. Miss Catherine Wood. She claims to have a 5+ year timeline, but buys and sells really often. Yeah, I know she's kind of a nutcase. I don't know if there's any hope for her or not, but she was rolling in 2021 just like everybody else. See, that's the thing. A good fund manager, how would they say it? A good fund manager, a bull market does not make. You really know how to separate the good from the great or the average in a adverse market, right? Still no APLY, APY. Oh, play on words there. I like that. No, not yet. Yeah, they're slacking, I guess. Glenn Skirka says Tesla's the better buy, more volatility. Yeah, it probably is. Apple still heavily traded. Clement Yap is back, yapping again. I believe so, Glenn Skirka. Denny Keaton says, looking forward to that interview. Yes, so am I. I mean, honestly, you all are looking forward to it, but I'm probably the number one person looking forward to it because that would be huge. But hey, getting a writer from Seeking Alpha on here was great. If only he can just get a camera, maybe we can actually have him on. That would be cool. But he was in the comments, so and we verified it was him and stuff because we read his whole article on here. Join Jen says, I'm looking for a good entry price into APLY. Yes, so am I. Oh, I guess you corrected. It's Skirka, not Shirka. Unless you're just agreeing with everything he says, which that's okay too. Just agree with everything I say too. And then, yeah, Catherine Woods. I know she's in trouble. Catherine Woods, go to the back of the classroom. You're in timeout. She should be in timeout the way her funds performed. It's a performance game, right? The finance field. Oh, you're funny. Kathy, then it's autocorrecting. How about that? StreamYard's actually autocorrecting. Well, it should have autocorrected Clement Yap misspelling Glenn Skirka's name too. That's funny though. I'm just teasing you. I like to tease everyone on here. APLY at any price is a good entry point. Okay, well, we'll keep taking your word for it. We're racking up these assurances here. Let's see here. Can you rake in Julie from Tip Ranks? Hey, get her on. If you have my emails in the channel info section, it's lifechangingfinancialconsults@gmail.com. So bring her on, set it up. You may get a prize for getting her on. So, okay, back to some of these comments here. Let's see what else, because I got some pretty good ones. I want to go to the one that, what's his name? Rob Smith said. By the way, if you watch this, Stephen, Invisible Steps to Financial Freedom, I wonder what the invisible steps are. I can't see them. They're invisible. But I'm going to click on your channel here because I'm assuming you tried to get a channel going here. Let's see if you're emulating me at all. So this is a channel here. I'm not giving a plug necessarily. I don't know anything about this channel. Average Joe content than anyone. I see a lot of people do this. They start a channel. Wow, you've got 154 videos. You've been at this a while. These are, oh, you got your subscriptions public. Oh, good. See, I know the algorithm's working. So I assume you subscribe to me. You have another finance channel on here. So the algorithm's working pretty good. Wow, he's up to 12,500 subscribers. I reached out to him about doing a collab, but I guess he's out of my league. He just gave me the thumbs up and ran. So, oh well. Interesting. Getting into some interesting stuff there. What do you have for live videos here? Oh, I guess you do discuss the invisible steps to financial freedom. Okay. Anyway, your channel name kind of caught my attention there, so I figured I'd look at it. There's another good channel that I actually want to get on here. He's almost about to get monetized, but he's actually doing some of the same content I'm doing. But I have to say his thumbnails are actually better than mine. So have to take that into consideration there. All right, I'll give you all a little backstage tour of the channel here because I have to go back here to get the comments. So that's what we're up to now, 1,511 subscribers. Let me go back to comments section here. And see, those of you that stick around, you get all these like cool backstage tours and stuff. Not everybody gets that. Not the average fans don't get that, but the special ones do. So, okay, I had to go back here because I clicked on that one channel. So, okay, ABR. Yeah, you all want ABR covered a lot. I see that. Here's the comment I'm looking for. This one was really good. So we'll look at this one in a second, but let me just go back real quick, circle back to the comments here. What's this? Oh, I got another question. I'm going to start getting more of these questions the more popular I get on here. Let's see here. These yield max funds, share price means nothing. Just buy it and forget about them. The only worry you have is if Apple goes to zero. But you know what? Just if you have enough money, just buy and forget about it anyway. Because if you spend money, you buy it and forget about it anyway. Like if you go out drinking, for example, say you spend like $100 on drinks, you're just going to buy it and forget about it anyway. True liquidity. For those of you that get that joke. Julie from Tip Ranks is overrated and scripted. You should be able to see that. I haven't studied her, but you know what? If she has a good following, I don't mind having her on because that's kind of the name of the game. A lot of, I guess I can say this, intelligence doesn't necessarily translate. Intelligence and a big following don't go hand in hand. I think a lot of us probably know that. Just look at some of the biggest influencers that are out there. And then this is the question that THB in my channel, what does it stand for? A religious sect. Well, it could be, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't take it to like cult level. It's my initials. I thought everybody knew that. And then Joy and Jen says, this channel is an income cult. Well, I don't intend to be any kind of a cult or have a cult following, but I have to cover these funds because what happens. So if you go back to like September 21, when I started as a channel, I covered all kinds of stuff. I covered cryptocurrency. I did monthly budgets. I did credit cards. I did options trades. I did every area of finance, but it just wasn't taking off. I even started doing shorts videos, shorts on like credit cards and stuff like that. I even tried different things. I filmed videos at the beach. I filmed videos when I was in the mountains, tried different backdrops and stuff. Because oddly enough, I will get a comment every now and then, oh, you need to change up your background. You always have this behind you. But honestly, I found it doesn't matter. I've done videos like in the mountains, I've done videos at the beach. And these little things that people think helps or, different camera angles or whatever. I even bought, like when I started, I was filming in front of my TV in the living room. It was dark, really dark. But like I did a video on compound interest and stuff. And you can tell I know my stuff, but it just the lighting and stuff was off. So it took a long time to build up. That's weird. My Fire Stick just started an automatic software update. That's always strange when these automatic things just start. It's like all the devices are listening to you. But anyway, if you're a social media influencer, you can't expect to have much privacy anyway. So Well, when I put my book out, let me put it this way. I'll hold you all in suspense, but when I put my book out, you'll find out what THB stands for. So, okay, so there's that. Oh, I love this comment here. I wish I could do the heart on it here. Your videos are the highlight of my day. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad. And I had some of you that said you've actually cut out your regular TV shows to watch this. So that's good because most of what's on TV is kind of crap anyway. So you get more, you use more brain power watching this anyway. I would hope, but I try to be entertaining. So I'm glad. I'm glad you think that. Leave that comment too on the regular thing. Let's see now. And then Join Jen says we love monthly income. So show up earlier then. Show up on time. I'm just teasing you. I'm kind of like random when I show up anyway. I try to do it after 10, but it is a Friday after all. And then Jose says, "Do you own any PBR.A?" PBR is actually a beer. It's it's like a classic. 60% APY, but Q divs. I'm not sure what that means. I think you brought this up before. So let me see now. PBR. Oh, that's the Petróleo Brasileiro. How's my accent? Good. Petrobras. I did look this up for somebody else. 54% dividend yield, but remember, we gotta be critical thinkers on here, right? Why is it 54% yield? What do you see? You see like a straight line down on the 27th. That's pretty scary. If you had bought in, you would have had like, oh, you know what? Actually, that's not that bad. That's only $1. Why does it look so bad? Why is the iPhone making this look so? That's only like $1, but because I guess it held steady. Wait a minute. No, that is a pretty steep drop because it was 12.29 April 18th, and it's down to 10.62. But 54% dividend. I don't know about that one. What are your thoughts on that, Jose? Because I'm not really sure. And then Join Jen says, be careful buying ADRs, foreign countries without income, and can mess with you. Yeah, like China, right? What's funny? The Canadian guy that joins on here, Paul Varden, he keeps saying I should change to Florida Man Finance. I do think that's funny. Maybe I'll try another channel with that. Maybe I'll be more entertaining or something. Maybe I'll get out with the alligators in the lake or something and do some Florida stuff. Ex dividend date today. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's pull that one up. But I want to read this comment here real quick because this was a really interesting strategy that you all might consider here. So he said, let me see if this was the one. Did you get your dividend from SVOL yet? Not me, but maybe at market close. Think the dual motor Cybertruck will start at 49,900. So you get 7,500 federal tax rebate, and in California you get 2,750 back. So that shaves the price off. It will be a cheaper than the Ford Lightning, and of course much cooler. Going to be surreal when the CT hits the street. No, that's not the comment I'm looking for. And someone linked to that Seeking Alpha article we had on the last one. Raul Munga. Oh, there's Jose. Oh, that was the poll that I submitted. Here's the one. This is the one I want to cover. This seemed like a really good, really solid strategy. So Rob Smith 2 days ago in the comment said, I've been thinking and learning about dividend harvesting. To be a dividend farmer requires a bit of time, but I think it can be profitable. So let's say I put 50,000 in Zim the day before the ex-dividend date, sell it the day after the dividend date. The payout would be 1678 times 2,977 shares quarterly. That would be a $6.40 dividend. So that would be 19,053 quarterly dividend payment and 6,350 monthly dividend payment. So yes, it looks like the stock price falls, but what about just take a market stop and the amount would be a little lower than what it's paying. So in other words, put 50,000 and the share loses $1 in value on the ex-dividend date. So I would lose 29.77 because market stop triggers, but 29.77 minus 63.50, 19,053 is still a 16,076 profit. Rinse and repeat each quarter. That really sounds like a very, very smart strategy. And that's what I was saying there. But yeah. And then somebody else that doesn't join here was asking when the next chat was coming up. That's why I did the poll about the time, because I don't know what time works for this person, but this person's been one of the core fans for a while here. So let's see here. What do we have? Withhold income, Brazil can be sketchium. Yeah. Ooh, we're up to 15 live viewers. How about that? We're starting to roll here. Brazil is part of the NWO. They'll be fine. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But that whole Bretton Woods agreement here in the U.S., I think the wheels are starting to come off from that. So we'll have to see what happens. Oh wow! And look who just joined. Yeah, I was reading your comment here. You care to explain that a little more? Because I think that might be over some people's head here. I think I get it, but I was really impressed by that strategy. So I think what you're saying, invest before the ex-dividend date, get the dividend payout, and then if you get triggered with a stop loss, you're going to take a loss, but the dividend payout's actually going to be higher than what you're going to lose with the stop loss. Is that what you were saying? Because that definitely sounds like a really, really genius strategy. Now what I want to do here, since I showed, because some of you in the comments have other channels. So there's another one. I was going back here, going back in the comments here. Let's see. Getting a lot of them. This is the person that didn't like the spreadsheets. I'll thumb this one up while I'm at it. Let's see. What was that other channel? I think it was you, Rob Smith. You pointed it out. There's another channel that's actually covering the same stuff I'm covering, but they're actually doing better thumbnails and stuff than I am. All right, let's see what we got here. TYLG is interesting. That's LD350 that showed up here. So let's see. That's one I haven't heard of. I always like when they have the same name as like a beer or something like PBR. TYLG. Oh, that is a real one, not a typo. Global X Infotech covered call and growth ETF. How about that? 2801. The stupid iPhone doesn't show the dividend. So that means I gotta go back to Yahoo Finance and research it. Let's see. It's been around since 2022. And this year, 2023, we're up 17%. In the life of the fund since November 23rd. God, a lot of these are just so new. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, look, a different person. That means you all must be subscribed to that one. He's growing fast. I've got to say, I'll get to that in just a second. Or just buy massively on ex-dividend dates. The stock only goes up after that. That's another way to look at it. Oh, ooh. Unconventional wealth ideas. Ooh. The guy that's down 30,000 on Cornerstone. Well, what I saw, because I looked at one or two of his videos, and he's either got someone doing thumbnails for him or he's talented at doing them himself. Me, I do a lot of these myself because some of them probably look stupid, but I don't. You can tell I don't put much time into them. And honestly, like I was saying when I started the channel, I don't know if I finished that line of thought because I get kind of like distracted. But what I was saying, I have to pretty much only cover dividends. That's why this may seem like a dividend cult at this point, because I didn't get audience till I started only talking about dividends. So I've discovered now stubbornly, I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm just going to talk about these funds all the time, like basically give the audience what they want. So that's what I do. Like every day I do a live stream about these dividend funds and I'm getting double, triple, quadruple my average views. So that's what's happened because options, credit cards, budgeting, like basically every other area of finance doesn't get views. The options get a little bit now because I'm starting to get a better audience, but we'll have to see. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, then 5,000, then 10,000 and higher, we'll see where we are. So, but who knows? It may just be an all dividend audience. But even for everybody that likes dividends, because I'm really in all areas of finance kind of guy. I mean, I majored in it. I have a master's degree in it and stuff like that. So I know all areas. That's why the channel is not just limited in the title, like to dividends. So, but by the way, if I didn't say so already, you were correct about the channel name. That is the channel name. Who votes for having him on? I wouldn't mind doing a collab with him if he's open to it because I had to go and look. So, and then, we were up to 17 live viewers. So now let's see. Join Jen says, the day after the ex-dividend date goes down in price, the amount of the dividend, the strategy does not make sense or sense. That's funny. It is a good time to buy on the ex-dividend date. So there we go there. Rob Smith, Join Jen says, your strategy doesn't make sense. So you've officially been challenged to a duel. I'm just kidding, but I think I know what you were saying, but she's saying it doesn't make sense. So that's that. Uh, Want to mention something else here. I may or may not have said it, but I also looked at his whole portfolio, and I think it's all dividends. There's like 360,000. He looks kind of young to have that much money, but it's all like I think it's all dividends because it's down. If you look at it, he's down like 60,000 or something like that. That's like the first thing that jumped out at me. So, but yeah, I don't know if that's his or if that's like a parent's or something. I don't want to. I'm not hammering. I wouldn't mind getting this person on the channel, but he just seemed kind of young to have that much money. Wonder what he's doing for a living. So, but yeah, I who votes for having him on? I'll have to say, and I'll pull that channel up because he is doing a lot of good things, and some of his views for a channel that's got half my subscribers, the views are double, triple, and quadruple mine. So I'm always willing to take notes from somebody that does something better in some areas. Okay, let's see now. What do we have here? What do we have now? Oh, 9%. Oh, good. You saved me some work. 9% dividend TYLG. Glenn Skirka says, because there's very true passive income investors out there. Well, that's good. And you know what? You guys have flocked to me. So that, I guess, to some people, that may make me a cult. You know, the THB cult. I like that. You know what I see? My grand vision. Like, so you think of like JP Morgan stock. Okay. So you think of JP Morgan. It's a company named after an individual, John Pierpont Morgan. So they say never think too big. I wouldn't mind like one day, even I don't know, after like I'm gone, like THB could be like a this ticker symbol, you know. That would be cool because there's a YouTuber that already has an ETF. I think it's the Meet Kevin pricing power, and it's named PP, like the letter P twice. How's that doing, by the way? I don't want to plug any big YouTubers, but because they get enough attention as it is, but uh, that one is up. Let's see. Since November 29th, it's up 7%. Since the start of the year, it's up, well, 26.4. Interesting. Wow. So, but yeah, that would be my goal. It would be cool to see THB, like, imagine that as like a ticker symbol one day. All right. So, what else do we have here? Very few. No, there's more of you than you think. She is correct. Oh, so we have an agreeer. So, Rob Smith, you have somebody that agrees with Joy and Jen, so the vote tallies, the pendulum swinging towards her. So, what say you on that? And then LD 350, I think, also agrees with them. He's using crazy margin. Jerry Eaton says good point. So it looks like they're kind of all lining up. So got to respond here, Rob Smith. Hopefully you're still on. How about this? Serenity and relaxation now. When does TSLY announce their dividend distribution? I bought 100 shares today. I wonder what kind of channel are you? Because sometimes I'm wondering if the algorithm is working to where like some of these channels that I subscribe to, they can see my videos. So I'm just wondering if that's one. I can't remember if I subscribed or not, but that's kind of cool. That so far, what did Join Jen say here? So far, I love the strategy of yield max growth stocks with massive monthly income. Could be perfect. Yeah, I do too, and I love it more when it goes up. Growth stocks with massive monthly income. You just don't want the share price to collapse completely. Oh, look at this. We have a swim sack sighting here. How about that? I say bring him on. I want to see the duel. Well, where did Rob Smith go? He commented and ran. I mean, I like what you said here. I just you need to explain it more now because you've got like four people that disagree now. So, all right. Glenn Skirka says pay date is May 15th. Yeah, but I think the ex dividend date's like a week before that, isn't it? Join Jen says, I think the yield max X dates is early in the month, around the 5th. Oh, see, great minds think alike. It's like telepathy here. I just said the same thing. So the payout's mid-month, which is 10 days after the 5th. But yeah, the X dividend date is on the 5th. We got to spell these things out sometimes. Not everybody knows. When you say X date, that's X dividend date. That's when the dividend is actually announced. So, okay, payout mid-month, yeah. Glenn Skirka says it is perfect. What's perfect? Uh-oh. Totally Own it. I think you meant honest. That's not a bad idea, but I mean, I'm not a billionaire yet. Yeah, yeah, you corrected your. That's not a bad idea. I have tried to come up with something that THB stands for. I mean, it's my initials, but I would like to have like some kind of acronym or something. Ah, you did show back up. All right. Kind of depends what you feel comfortable to lose on a stop loss. Well, I mean, not everybody has big money like you, so I know your comfort level is a lot more than everybody else. So you know what dividend you will get. So let's say you put a stop loss at 50% and be still ahead 50%. Yeah, but why if you're going to put a stop loss for 50%, uh-oh, somebody got the first name right. I'm not going to I'm not going to give this away. You got to read my book when it comes. Um well, I did give something away. Oh well. So you know what dividend you will get. But here's my question. Why would you put a stop loss at 50% unless you're just playing for this strategy? Because if you're down 50%, why would you put a stop loss? You want to do like a 10 or 20% stop loss, right? So let's see here. 50% still be ahead. I'm trying to wrap my head around this here. So you know what dividend you will get. Let's say you put a stop loss at 50% and be still ahead 50%. I'm not sure what you mean. You put a stop loss at 50%, but that's if the dividend's paying 50%, right? Let's see now. Oh, we have an Andre Brown New World Order sighting. Sometimes I wonder when I use that New World Order phrase, I wonder if the algorithm's going to pick that up. Could you say NWO for abbreviation? But you know what? I'm only saying it because I'm reading somebody's name. So check out SPYI. It's paying out a 12% yield and there's no price collapse. Oh, it went up because I think when I covered it, I think it was paying like 10% or something. So if it went up, remember that means there was a price collapse. How do I know that? Because percentage goes up when price drops. It works inversely, right? And let's see here. I'll prove that theory here. It's not a theory, it's true, but I'll prove that here in just a second. Not that it has to be proven. Actually, let me see here. When did I do that SPYI video? Because some of you or one of you requested it. It looks flat. It looks flat since March 31st. I gotta look when I did that video now. SPYI. I think I skipped over somebody's comment here. Serenity and relaxation now. Thanks for the follow. If you do, I'm a new channel with just relaxing videos. I followed you because I'm into the TSLY talk. That's cool. Let me ask you, do you do any kind of like these 8-hour sleep videos? Because I'd be interested in partnering up because I actually want to do a money one where it's like 8 hours and it's like a hypnosis, like money will come your way. You know, like one of those with a quiet voice and some raindrops or something like that, some kind of induced, sleep state. Because that's good for the watch hours. So if you do anything like that, let me know because I'd be glad to partner up. So let's see here. Okay, we addressed that one. Yeah, no comment there. May 6th, TSLY is the ex-dividend date. SPY versus Devo. Any other detail there? Just Well, Devo, I mean, what are you trying to say? Because what's the payout on Devo? Amplify CWP Enhanced Dividend Income ETF, 4.77% payout versus SP. So you got a 12% versus 4%. So what's the? You'll have to explain yourself there. We're only up 4% or 5.65% since March 17th. So I've covered Devo before. Devo's kind of for some of you to talk about cult followings. I think Devo has a little bit of a cult following. Let's see. What did you say now? Yeah, May 6th. I'm excited to find out what the dividend is going to be. Was wondering when they've announced it in the last. Couldn't find anything on the internet. You couldn't find anything on the internet. That's crazy. Seems odd. Let me look up your channel real quick here. Serenity. Oops. Fat fingers. Serenity and relaxation now. So you say you just started. 95 subscribers. Oh, so you're a new channel. Okay. Okay, so you're a new channel. Let me see here. Oh, I thought you had like these like sleep videos or something. I might have misunderstood, but hey, kudos for starting out. Keep going. Keep it up. Okay. Rob Smith says it may not trigger with a 50. Oh, you're right. Okay, so your strategy is not to trigger the stop loss. Duh. Not to trigger the stop loss with the 50 percent. A 10 can trigger, no 50% of dividend. Serenity, I love it. I was out recording tonight with the rain and frogs chirping. Well, I don't think a lot of these use real rain. They just use like, they're using some synthetic noise, or they're using some kind of like, they have the sound effects already. So Andre Brown says at LD350, I hold both, but I'm sort of liking SPYI. Rob Smith says, I will play Zim with 50,000. I think Zim X is 6.4. Yeah, might as well. I mean, you're loaded. So, throw 50 grand at it. Why not? Denny Keaton likes hypnosis. Duly noted. LOL, anything. Jose Guzman says, yeah, Zim is another one that dumps on X dates. That's funny. Then just pushes up a few days after that. Glenn Skirka has to leave us. I guess you're not on the West Coast, so it's kind of late for you. Serenity and Relaxation says, thanks. Oh, Jose has to leave us too. Good night. Take care. Well, hey, thanks for joining. Glad you joined. We were up to 20 in the live stream. I knew we would be, because usually this is a good time to do videos. Let me back up here for a second. Yeah, so I think that would be Rob Smith's strategy with Zim, like he was saying here. So because I've had this comment up here for a while, let me see if I can show that channel real quick, since I'm looking at other channels here. I'll just do this real quick. I wouldn't mind getting this person on, actually. Where's my screen? I'm going to stop the share for a second, then I'll pull something else up. Okay, let's see now. Let me go to, I'm in my studio. Got to go to the actual YouTube. Have I been going an hour already? I think time flies when you're having fun. Oh, let's see. The channel was called Unconventional Wealth Ideas. He's growing fast. He's going to be monetized soon. All right, so I'll just show this real quick here. And I think, Rob Smith, you were the one that mentioned that channel. Don't know if this person's any relation to you or not, but they're doing a lot of good things, actually. So I'll just show this real quick. Wouldn't mind having this person on for like a debate or something. Unconventional Wealth Ideas, 814 subscribers. I've been following this for about a week now, and he covers a lot of the same stuff I do. His thumbnails are a little more professional than mine. There's Devo. Look at that. We just talked about Devo. Cornerstone. And see, he's getting a lot of views on his. But this is obviously a popular subject to talk about here. So wouldn't mind having this person on. But hopefully I get Jay from YieldMax on first. So I'm not sure where that stands. I'm sure I'll have an update on that soon. Okay, with that now, I'm going to go back to Yahoo Finance. And ooh, my battery's almost dead here. Yahoo Finance. Give me a second. I got to go get my charger. All right, let's see. Smoking up the battery here. All right, Yahoo Finance. Let's see. What's this? Yes, it is. Yes, what is? All right, so I'm going to look at a couple of the other ones that you all mentioned. And let's see. I think my Fire Stick's still updating. Okay. SPYI. S&P 500 High Income ETF. Let me look here and see. When did I do that video? I'm not remembering. When did I do that one? SPYI, because one of you asked for it, and I think I did it the next. Oh, that was 3 weeks ago. It was a 12% dividend. For some reason, I thought it was 9%. So it has held. It has held steady. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the S&P 500 has been trading in a fairly tight range since then too. So we're up 8.18% for the year. PE ratio 20.87. Net asset value suggests fair valuation. So that's good. Oh yeah, you're talking that channel up here. Well, hey, get him on. I'll do a collab with him, since you won't come on. At least get him on. And then LD350 says, I use AAPB 1.5x and APLY. I'll get to that in a second. I thought you were gone. You showed back up. That's good, though. I use AAPB 1.5x and APLY dividend buffer, hopefully at 50 cent, or is it 50 cent payout per month on APLY. Yeah, that's like the Apple hedging one, right? The AAPB. Let's see. AAPB. Granite shares 1.7x. Oh, it's like almost like a 2x levered ETF, I think. How's this one? This one should be doing really well. It is 63.7%. I vaguely recall looking into that one of the last live streams here. Jose is back and he says he has 250K in margin though. That's super dangerous. I think I saw that, but it's a big account. So the account's like 360,000 or something like that. Building up APLY. Well, good for you. Okay, does anyone have any? Oh, dangerous is right. Yeah, see, a lot of you agree. That's cool. So, funny thing. So I would dress in a suit. I do all those things like that, but the little things seem to not matter. Like I've been using the same thumbnail basically for the last like 3 months, and it doesn't matter. These little things that people tell you, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It doesn't affect the views. I can talk about this. I can talk about TSLY every other video. Use that same thumbnail, same face, and it gets three or four times the views that the others get. Let's see. Nice. I'm building up TSLY. APLY hasn't dropped enough for me to average in yet. It's actually going up, but we'll see when they pay out that first massive dividend, which everybody's convinced is going to be massive, right? When they pay that out, then it'll drop, or maybe you can try to use Rob Smith's strategy. Okay, let's see. Were there any other funds I missed here? What is direct shout out here. Looks like the selling covered calls and buying out of the money calls is a good strategy so far for SPY. Yeah, it looks like it's working. I saw that actually. I think I saw that in the last video. So we'll get him on. We'll do a collab. Now I think there were some other funds you all asked about. Oh, Zim. Let me find out Zim here. Let's find out when that one is going to pay. That one's crazy, because I did it as an April Fool's joke, but it was kind of a half joke because it's still paying out a solid dividend, and so it looks like we've dropped again since. Look at that, we're at 100% dividend. I'm gonna have to do another video on Zim, and I'm gonna have to say 101% because that's true. You're seeing it right in front of you here. That is 101% basically that it's paying out. And that gets a lot of views. I think that video already has like 1,000 views at this point. So let's see. Have we gotten the next dividend announced here? Dividends only for the past year. April 4th was the last one. No. Whoever's saying there's going to be a dividend next month, remember it's quarterly. So there's not going to be a Zim dividend probably until July or August. So that's where we are with that. But you can see it's basically paying out 100% dividend. All right, what else do we want to cover here? Been going a while here, but I'm having fun with all of you all on here. Let's see. Okay. I got to scroll down here to see. Dividends aren't guaranteed. They can slash or cut altogether anytime. Yeah, we learned that with Tesla because I just got someone up to like 50,000 in dividends based on TSLY, but that's not the same. Now, I wish I would have screenshotted that because for a day, that was the projected dividend. Let's see here. Or you could put a hot girl in your thumbnail. I've seen guys use that. Well, that does work. My views probably would double if I did that. But the thing is, it's kind of, like you have the girl and you have the car or you have the Lambo, you have the, wait for it, you have the money in your hand or the prop money. Things like that get people's attention. But the thing with those channels, you'll see they're not actually doing any real trading. They have a screen with a chart. So everybody's focused on the girl and the car and all that, but they're kind of like, it's disingenuous. It's scammy in my opinion. I want to get this Julie person on this channel. I've heard like this is the third comment I've heard about her. So get her on. Let's have a good financial debate. And if she looks good, like you all are saying, then my views will undoubtedly double. So let's get her on, and we'll have a financial discussion on here. Because, like I said, I like big following, and remember, again, intelligence and a big following are not hand in hand, as we well know. But don't tell her that. I don't know anything about her, just what you all have said so far. But hey, get her on. Any guests that you all talk about, that's your homework assignment, is to get them on. So we have the Yield Max guy. Somebody's working on getting him on. Hopefully, Rob Smith, you'll work on getting that other channel on. It could actually help him. I mean, that's nice of me to do that, because looks like he's on the verge of getting monetized. So I'm willing to do that. I have my regular podcast. Well, not so regular now, but I've had a lot of guests in the work. So any guests you all mention, like whoever mentioned Julie from Tip Ranks, get her on. Just do it. And Rob Smith says, let's all play Zim before the ex-dividend date. Yep, it's not professional at all. But yeah, Zim, I may do that. I do want to scoop up some Zim. I've just got to build up some more capital to do that here, because I sunk a lot into TSLY. But anyway, you have fun with that, because I know you like to throw money at all these things. So didn't you say you're going to put 50,000 in Zim? What'll that pay you? Well, hey, since Zim is 100% dividend payout, you'll make your 50,000 back in a year or so, right? Anyway, all right, I've been going over an hour. Anyone else have anything? Our viewers are starting to drop off here one by one. So anyone else have any last minute comments, concerns, questions? Otherwise, we'll call it quits there. And I may or may not have a video out tomorrow. But either way, see you on the flip side. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for those of you who tuned in live. For the rest of you, I know you'll catch it on the back end. Oh, good. Yeah, a lot of you want to buy Zim. But anyway, I'll buy it at some point too. But anyway, thank you all again. See you on the flip side. Take care.